Hi guys, my name is Mary Cottrell. I will be doing my presentation on childhood obesity and teaching them right and wrong and how everything could be changed if we just direct different questions towards them. As you might know, I am obese. I have not been obese for my whole life. Actually, I was very, 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 very skinny when I was a kid, but then because people didn't tell, they always tell me, you can't have that, and you can't have this, but you can have that. Everything changed once I got my own job and once I did everything on my own. Because they would always tell me you can't do something. So everything changed once you were out in the world. Like, oh, that person's not there to direct me on how to do it, so I should just go ahead and have that. And that's exactly what's happening nowadays to children. When I help run a food pantry, and every time we do run a food pantry, people always come up to us and say, we want the sweet treats, we want this, we want that. Well, the problem is the food pantry is not set up to do that. And the food pantry is trying to help the children and try to give a better life. Well, the parents keep on asking them for the sweet stuff and everything like that. But when they go to the school time, there it's a junk food ban at most of the Chicago charter schools and whatnot. So how they're just gonna eat what they want at home and then go to school? That's just not right. There needs to be a partnership in between the two that breaks it down. One of the main things that you could possibly do is having set up home where this is what they need to have for a dinner, or having a parent meeting that goes along the lines of telling them, hey, listen, your kid needs to have this. And before, a lot of people are really involved with school time, with school and sports, so just be like, hey, before each meal they need to eat an apple, to include for the vitamins to run up and down everywhere. They need to be included with that. They need to have direction. Everyone wants direction no matter what they say. They just want a little direction in the world. That's all we just need. One of the biggest points I think that a person could make or whatnot is showing their children how to make stuff. So many of the TV shows now, like Doodle Pops, or it's not even SpongeBob was talking about food, but a lot of other ones really talk about food and whatnot, and they show them how to make stuff. They do all that stuff to show them how to do everything, and they just have to show them, not just give it to them, or just because every child is like a sponge. They want to learn things. They want to learn how everything is happening. They want to know how to make stuff. They want to know where did that come from. That's why every child says why. It's because of that direct reason. And also, people I think need to be more active with animals or stuff like that. Also, because children want to play. We get that idea, and I know it's very expensive to have animals. But one of the main things is having enjoyment with animals, having them run out and play with the animals. That could be very helpful with it, being active with the animal, going out for a certain reason. Kids nowadays stay at home and do video games, and that's how they get their exercise. One of my friend's kids actually told me, "Well, I get a workout. I get all excited. I run up and I jump up and down when I'm trying to deal with deal with the bad guys." And I was like, that's not right. And he just kind of looked at me like I was dumbfounded. And he was just like, well, that's still working out. So many of our kids are just staying at home all summertime. So this summer, they really need to break it down for the children and be like, listen, you can't go outside to do this. You need to stay at home more often to go outside. You need to stay. You can't go over your friend's house just to go over there and play video games. You guys need to run outside or anything like that, just to show how active it can be and show that children can, just because they're children doesn't mean they don't need to eat properly. And that's one of the biggest problems, is because you see the older people doing eating right and all this stuff. You hardly ever see the littler kids eating right, or just the celebrities and stuff. You need to control. You need to really look at stuff and to control it and control what their eating is and control all of their food aspects, but to show them also, you need to have no junk food in the house. You need to have none of this stuff, because their only option will have to be just an apple. And once they realize, hey, I can put some peanut butter on this, they'll know about it, because their brain is just ever expanding thoroughly that they just need to know why we had to eat apple. Oh, it gives me nutrients. It'll make me run faster when I go and play sports. Or Why do I need to have whole wheat? Well, because the bleach is really horrible for my inside and I'll have issues when I get older, like my grandfather or something. People need to use examples. Children just need to know, learn how to do stuff. They need to be active. They need to work on all the different stages. Like Erickson has the different stages. Kids nowadays are skipping stages because of the nutrients that they're missing and with the obese diets that they're having. They need to work through every little step of it all. They need to know what's happening. They need to know all that stuff, but they need to be taught, not told, and that's a big thing. And that's what my presentation was about. Was was a little wrap up. Was you need to tell your children about stuff, but you need to also teach them. You need to teach them how to make a proper salad. You need to teach them about stuff. You can't just say, hey, no, 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 no. Because as soon as they get older, they'll be like, hey, they told me no, I can have this now. You need to give reasoning with everything. So that concludes my presentation. Sorry if you hear a little noise. That was my little puppy running around here. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. And always remember that you can always save a child just by cutting down their food. All right, well, have a great week.